So we are back in our episode of NBA 2K14. In the last episode earlier, the Miami Heat crushed the Houston Rockets by 14, 119 to 105. LeBron James got 30 points, 9 assists. Dwayne Wade got 29 points. James Harden got 25, and Jeremy Lin got double-double, 17 points and 10 assists. That was good victory for Miami as they take down the Houston Rockets by 14 points. So now we're on the way. We're going to be play here in OKC. But checking in-game news is ready to go. So we got a good one in the Western Conference. The second matchup of the actually would know second. Don't know why it's second matchup. So I don't know why it's a second matchup. So we got a second matchup of the day. We're off to Chesapeake Energy Arena in OKC, Oklahoma. We got the Dirk Nowitzki of the Dallas Mavericks take on Kevin Durant of the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Mavericks on the roll. Cannot stop them and keep the playoffs alive. Hopefully trying to get avoid the lowest seed in this game. So the Mavericks gonna use the navy blue and the Thunder gonna use the white. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Cashin. We'll be right back after this. Enjoy the video in Chesapeake Energy Arena in OKC. Anyways, let's get started. Enjoy. Now, here we go.
Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce, glad to have you with us. It's Sunday night basketball. It's going to be the Dallas Mavericks up against the Oklahoma City Thunder, and that'll do it from the studio. Let's get you out to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports broadcast crew at the arena. I'll see you back here at halftime.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. One of the guys we'll be watching out for today, Kevin Durant.
You know, no matter what you do with Durant defensively, nothing bothers him. You try to be physical with him. You know, that's probably your best bet, but that's easier said than done because he can get around you with that speed. Quickness, but really what he's looking to do is create space and shoot over the top.
And you've just highlighted a lot of what he has from a skills standpoint, but it's his demeanor, that unflappable nature, that always in attack mode. He's got the quick release. He's got the size to shoot over most any defender. And he can go for buckets in a hurry. He's streaky, but he's efficient as well as effective for long stretches. He's special.
Well, Thunder are looking to grab one for the home fans here in Oklahoma City before heading back out on the road. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
You know, they weren't anywhere near their best in that game, but it was a really scrappy performance in the end. Somehow, they almost pulled it off, Clark.
Yeah, they showed a lot of guts there, Steve. A lot of fortitude, tenacity, perseverance. Even as shaky as they were, they probably felt they should have come out on top.
Here's Cephalosha after Dirk Nowitzki's bucket. Count the bucket. Durant's got his first bucket of the night.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge. This last summer, the Mavs asked fans to submit some redesigns of their uniforms for future use. Always kind of neat to see when a team and organization reaches out for the fans' input.
That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. Let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Rick Carlisle. Doris?
He knows one of the hardest parts on scoring against this defense has to do with their prolific shot blocker, Serge Ibaka. He told me he's one of those guys who can get in your head a little bit because he's so mobile. You often don't see him coming. And Kevin, you add in his great rebounding and ability to hit from mid-range, and he's always an X factor for them. Back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. And back to the Mavs, definitely a big move by them to reach out like that. Nothing like bringing crowdsourcing to the NBA and building a bridge, Steve, with your fan base.
Kevin, I had a chance to see some of the designs of the uniforms that were being suggested. Some pretty sharp-looking duds, but there were some other ones that were absolutely hideous. So let's hope the decision-makers in the Mavs organization pick some of the, let's say, the more clean-looking new uniform suggestions.
It's Marion with the drive, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And he's got his first chance at the line here. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. The feed to Cephalosha from past the arc, and then comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Cephalosha's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
We look back to that 2008 draft. The then Sonics, now Thunder, took Westbrook at the 4 spot. And a lot of people thought that was a reach, but tell you what, you redo the draft right now, and he has a legitimate case of being the #1 pick.
Here's Cephalosha, following the score by Dallas. Westbrook dishes to Cephalosha. Passes to Durant. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. Here now the league's highest scoring teams the past 10 games. What a stretch it has been for these guys. Fifth, the Mavericks.
Yeah, what an impressive run for this club. Everybody seems to be scoring well at the same time. This club is really putting up big numbers.
Got that one up quick. 6 points for Devin Harris. Look right back to that 2008 draft. Westbrook had played kind of a combo guard at UCLA, and there were some questions, I think, among a lot of scouts and personnel guys about his ability to become a full-time point guard.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think you always have to look at players, not just for what they might become, but what are they when they get to you. And Russell was a guy who was athletic, aggressive, hungry to get better. And when you've got those attributes in his athleticism, you're going to be a difference maker in the league, and he's proven that to be the case.
Here's Westbrook. After the made shot from Monte Ellis. Westbrook kicks to Durant. Dishes it to Cephalosha. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Cephalosha's got his second basket of the night.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
And Ibaka kicks to Westbrook. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
One thing with Scott Brooks, guys, he's very consistent with his message. You listen in on those timeouts. It's all about getting stops. Defense, 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 and letting their offense come from that.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And Clark, you mentioned Brooks' single-mindedness. He stayed pretty constant with his rotations, too.
And there's no doubt players appreciate knowing their role, but, a lot of critics have been surprised at how Brooks has stuck to his lineups. Some lineups that didn't seem to be all that effective. His usual starting lineup with Cephalosha and Perkins on the floor hasn't been their best in terms of plus-minus, but Brooks very loyal to his starting group.
Here's Roberson, following the score by Vince Carter. Here's Collison, lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Collison's got his first points of the night. Pass to Blair, stolen away. 56 seconds left in the first quarter. And good.
Both teams on fire right from the opening tip.
Pedal to the throttle, Steve, just like we like.
The shot's good from Carter. Oklahoma City comes into this one after the win against the Los Angeles Lakers.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
And good on the basket. Book it.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Back to West from the arc. That's in there. Carter with the assist. West has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And here's Fisher. Against the Lakers, he was really on his game. Really left alone that team. And he's got 5 points so far.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a three-point battle like this.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Mavericks ahead, leading by just 1. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break.
Tune in this Monday, March 17th. Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Clippers take on the Denver Nuggets. It's the real deal.
And we got it close. Game here as we get back to the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
I think it's a good start for this club. They seem to be playing well, and we'll see if they can carry it forward.
Well, they hit the ground running and had a really nice beginning to this game, Steve.
They've got Roberson, Jeremy Lamb out there with Derek Fisher. Then there's Perry Jones. And it's Adams in at the 5. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Here's Fisher. Lays it up and banks it in. And an important part of every team's game. We'll look at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Well, the other thing I like is defensively, they're causing turnovers, and that's allowing them to get into transition. And these two teams continuing to trade blows like heavyweights in the middle of the ring.
So many times tonight, the energy in this building has gone from one way to the other.
Shot's good.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
The defense has to make an adjustment. They've got to string together some stops, or at the very least, try to force this team into some bad shots.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
There's the pass to Adams.
Talk about putting something extra. Was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, it's startling that he'd even try that right now. That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Anytime you see Vince Carter and you start thinking about how he was as the undisputed dunk king in years gone by, but as his spring and lift has been grounded, he's made up for it in other ways and has really improved as a defender.
Dallas has gone along perfectly from three-point range tonight. They've gone 5 for 5.
Here we can get a look at Oklahoma City, Kevin, and what kind of numbers they put up these last 10 games. First in blocks, second in field goal percentage, and they're number 2 in team three-point field goal percentage. They've got a lot of guys who love the three-point shot, and they do a good job of running plays to get those guys open.
And to me, what jumps out is the blocks, because they're an intimidating team. They really control the paint. They like to physically dominate their opponent. And when they do that, and they get a lot of blocked shots, obviously it gives their defense a ton of confidence.
And Steve, going back to Clark, he really took the lead by storm back with Toronto. Still an NBA player with great quality.
Yeah, he can do a little bit of everything, Kevin. Not the explosive guy that he once was, but he's always been a skill player with his long-range shooting. His ball handling, good passer. That's why he's still hanging around and still making a contribution here in the NBA.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Samuel Gallenberg, who's checked in for Blake. Nowitzki comes in for Brandon Wright. And it's Marion in for Vince Carter. Ellis kicks to Harris. Marion looks for Nowitzki, gets it to him. Harris setting the pick for Nowitzki. The teardrop falls in. Nowitzki's got 10 points in the game.
Looked like he may have been showboating a little bit at the end of that one.
Here's Ibaka. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate. Exceptional play to take the bump and still get it up and down.
Yeah, way to stay with it. And look to finish the play right there.
Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Westbrook comes in for Derek Fisher. For 3, Westbrook, and the Thunder another 3.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from his coach for leaving him that wide open.
Let's now go to a collection of the league's most clutch long-range shooters. Since All-Star, these are the best small forwards in basketball at the art of the three-point shot. Number 5 is Sean Marion.
Now, these guys are all constant threats on the perimeter. Shooting the three isn't all they do, but it's a lot of what they do.
And as small forwards, they can take it straight to the hole and get their points in close, too. I mean, all of these guys can hurt you inside and out.
There's Westbrook, and again it's Oklahoma City.
He's definitely got that shot in his arsenal.
Looking at Dallas, they took that win in their last game against the Utah Jazz.
That was a game in hostile territory, too, guys. And it seemed like they had confidence right from the beginning, unbothered by being on the road.
And, you know, their shots were falling. From the top to the bottom of that lineup, their guys were heated up.
Ibaka goes in, and it's blocked by Dallenberg. It's Ellis on the wing. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Now it's a 5-point Maverick lead.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. You get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
It's stolen by Harris. And here we go. Harris heading to the hoop. And Sean Marion with the slam.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Shoots the 3, and the shot is good. Cephalosha's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Mavericks leading by 4.
And if they're smart, they will hold for the last shot.
That's got to be the objective here, Steve.
Back to Ellis. This one for 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got his 4th assist in this one. The dish to Cephalosha. And again, Oklahoma sitting with the triple.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
And the shot is good from Nowitzki.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys. And it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
That'll do it for the first half. Mavericks lead by 6. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Sunday action is in full swing, so let's break down the first half for you. For the Dallas Mavericks, they had the lead against Oklahoma City. They're on a winning streak, and that momentum's carried right over into this game. The great play continues for Dirk Nowitzki in this one, following the last win against the Jazz in Utah. We're at halftime, and still, he hasn't missed a shot. It's been a pure shooting exhibition. And still in this, the Thunder hanging around. Active hands is the way you describe their play. Getting a good amount of steals. They're playing up defensively and picking them off. The first half performance of Russell Westbrook was inspiring. He's got 10 points and he's stacking up the assists too, keeping the defense off balance with his passing. We'll get things going with a look at teams playing later tonight. Over at AT&T Center, the Spurs will face off against the Jazz. Game gets going at 6 p.m. Eastern. Now we'll shift to games currently in progress. Out at New Orleans Arena, it's the Pelicans trailing to Boston. Fourth quarter, and they're a 3 away from evening the game up. And here's a look at the other NBA action from around the league. Out at Target Center, the Timberwolves are ahead against Sacramento. Second half of basketball just getting started for them. And that'll be all for now. Thanks so much for joining us. The third quarter just about to get underway.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Dirk Nowitzki having a dominant impact in this game.
He is a dynamic scorer. Guys, that much we know, and I'll tell you what, his talent was on full display there in the first half.
Steve, he is a hard man to keep down, and so far, they've been unable to do it.
On the court for the Mavericks. Marion and Nowitzki at the forwards. Devin Harris is out there with Ellis, and it's Dallenberg in at the center.
You know what I love about Durant, Kevin, is the fact that he can be cruising along, and then all of a sudden, he'll just kick it into high gear. You know, he gets his points quietly at times because it comes so effortlessly. But when the game's on the line, he can get hot and just bury you.
Steve, if you were just going to dream up a score, a machine-like, video game-like score, KD, Kevin Durant, is what you would come up with. Long, lean, can shoot it deep, ball skills, and the attitude and aggressiveness of a late-game closer.
There's Westbrook in Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
They've been good on all three of their shots since coming out of the locker room at the break.
Nowitzki drives in, and that one's good. Nowitzki's got 18 points.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And it's not necessarily strategic, Mark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to play hard, guys.
That's good. Perkins got his second bucket of the game to go.
And still perfect here in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field.
Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but through contact, he'll head to the line. It's on Kevin Durant.
Strong move there to go in for the dunk.
That's a smart foul there to prevent him from the finish. Well, Monte Ellis has never been short on confidence, and last year he went as far as comparing himself to Dwayne Wade, saying the only difference between them is that Wade has rings. That's a pretty big difference, though.
It's stolen by West. Gives him the lead pass. Nowitzki, good.
I'm waiting for the fire alarm to go off the way they've come out blazing in the second half. That's 5 straight makes.
Let's take a second to see the teams that have been the toughest inside this season so far. The Mavericks, number 1.
Well, if you're a fan of defense, you have to love this team because they get after it at that end of the floor, particularly around the basket with their shot blocking.
And you talk about the talent and confidence for Monte Ellis. Steve, what's the balance between confidence and like overconfidence?
Well, I think the balance is in your decision-making. That's the trickiest thing for really talented young players to figure out. It's just when to attack and when to back off a little bit. And that's all stuff that just comes with experience.
He dishes it to Gomes. Rejected by Nowitzki. West passes to Marion.
What a huge play.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
For 3, Westbrook, and again Oklahoma City with the triple.
Tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
Dallas calls timeout.
You know, it's mostly been a part of his game as a way to keep defenders honest, but slowly but surely Russell Westbrook starting to see that three-point percentage creep up to a respectable range.
Oh, rim is shaking. Nasty. Absolutely. Filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks there.
I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that again.
Here's Cephalosha and Nowitzki with the block. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Vince Carter with the slam.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Cephalosha dishes to Westbrook. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Well, he's just blazing fast off the dribble. He comes right at you. He's constantly attacking. And even if you try to anticipate what's coming, he still seems to either go around you or just right over the top of you.
Really, he's got that bull in the China shot style once he gets into the lane. I mean, he's looking for contact and has the strength and jumping ability to take the bump and still finish.
And that one's good.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't have any effort, any purpose.
And it's really costing them. I mean, the last 5 baskets at that end have been on very easy looks.
And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Maybe that'll ignite. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geek.
That's what those alley-oops do, though.
An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
Here's Lamb, and he says, with a big chunk of his own.
That's an immediate range. They didn't take that last dunk lying down.
And you knew they wouldn't.
That's right.
Right back at it.
Yeah, end to end, back and forth. This is fun, guys.
And Bazemore kicks it to West. Bazemore outside Carter. Can't get it to go. Ibaka outside. Kicks it to Durant. Shot from free throw range. And again it's Oklahoma City.
Now, he's really stood out for his club today. Even though they're struggling a little bit, he's doing his part.
Carter kicks to Blair. Blair gets the screen from Bazemore. And Blair gets it to go.
They are owning the lane right now. Every one of their last 10 points has come either at or near the rim.
Great looks in tight because they're finding lanes to the hoop whenever they want.
And he hits it, and he gets hacked down the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Well, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Oklahoma City shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. That's good from Westbrook. Dallas leading by 9, and Bazemore kicks to Carter. He's covered by Westbrook. With the fadeaway. Again, the Mavericks score. Now Lamb. From deep 3-point range. And as we... In the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Mavericks ahead, up by 11. And 4th quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this.
This Monday night, March 17th, the Philadelphia 76ers go up against Paul George and the Indiana Pacers. Hoops action.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And that's helped with their passing game, too, because they're getting a lot of assists by sharing the ball and moving it.
On the wings, it's Cephalosha and KD, Kevin Durant. Ibaka and Collison, the duo inside. And it's Fisher in at point guard. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Larkin kicks to Nowitzki. Dallas moving the ball around. And stolen by Fisher. And that one's good.
Boy, that was impressive. Major height disadvantage, but he still got the shot up over his man.
Well, he's got the poise to handle any matchup, and he's not easily intimidated. You can see that there. Defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Back to Collison. And that comes off the assist by Derek Fisher. And that's now 6 points for Collison.
And now both of these clubs really in a groove here.
Already a high-scoring game, but it has become an offensive showcase down the stretch.
And the basket by Nowitzki.
He's been so reliable again today, Kevin, and they need his points, and he's providing them.
And Fisher kicks to Cephalosha. He feeds it to Fisher. It's stolen by Calderon. Marion left side. And that one is hammered home.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Monte Ellis checked in for Dallas. Harris comes in for Jose Calderon. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, Kevin, during that break, Coach Scott Brooks had some words for his team. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said, they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. It's stolen by Harris. A finish. A huge slam. Look at that of a fast break.
Oh, this is getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this run going much longer.
I tell you what, Steve, it's already lasted longer than I thought possible.
Cephalosha passes to Westbrook. He kicks to Perkins. Rejected by Nowitzki. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And it's brought by Cephalosha, and even 3-on-3 break. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They blocked the shot and cover it for the fast break finish.
Harris dishes to Dallenberg. Gets it to go. And the Mavericks lead by 16.
Well, he recognized the advantage size-wise, and he went right at the defender. That's how you do it.
For 3, Westbrook. That's good. Westbrook's got 22 points.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Mavericks leading by 13. Ellis kicks to Dallenberg. Back to Ellis. Cephalosha with the steal. And the foul call on Sean Marion. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, he had not established position.
You know, I prefer the refs to whistle with a block when in doubt. I thought that was a good call there.
And shot on the way. And again, Kevin Durant. Durant's got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, it's been a tale of 2 halves, hasn't it, guys? After a terrible first half, he's really picking it up.
Ellis, that's good.
Well, Ellis is just a dynamic scorer, as we all know. A penetrator, a lane runner. He's a guy who can absorb contact in transition and still finish off plays. He's just one of the best perimeter players that we have in this league.
He really is. He's always been a great scorer. He's been asked to take a lot of big shots. That's nothing new for him to have the ball in his hands with the game on the line. You never know. We might see another game winner here tonight.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Nowitzki, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Nowitzki is just playing really well. 22 points, and he's been a brick wall today with all those blocks.
Has he ever? I mean, he's really making them think twice about bringing the ball into the middle.
You know, Dirk is one of those guys, to me, who looks like he might be able to play until he's 50. That could be an exaggeration, but think about how his game is foundation. It's all about skill, positioning, shot making, and he's not going to shrink anytime soon. So if a 7-footer can be strong enough to be on the court with his skill set, he can play for a lot longer.
And the shot is good. 16 points for Monte Ellis.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
Westbrook kicks to Cephalosha. Outside Durant from deep. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple. Well, you talk about longevity, shooting and height are the 2 NBA assets that you don't lose with age.
Well, those are 2 of Dirk's big strong suits. You know, the knee troubles have cropped up, but if he can stay healthy, he should be able to help this team for several more years, I would think.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. That bucket in no time at all.
You can just see his confidence rising every time he knocks one down beyond the arc.
Here's Dallenberg. Soft touch off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 12.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now, thanks to this spurt.
Just keep on firing, man. No reason to slow down now.
Perkins with the bucket.
Nice touch near the hoop.
Clark, they're in good position here to ride it out.
Yeah, they certainly are. I mean, if they just play smart right here, Kevin, this game's pretty much over.
Well, guys, tonight they came in here, really dictated the terms of the engagement, which is very difficult to do as the visitors.
You're right. That's not usually the way things work in the NBA. It's a great win, and no question, it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
And the new group getting ready for Dallas. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Carter. There's the block.
And I think this is going to be too much to overcome, Clark. What do you think?
All the sand in the hourglass is gone, and I agree with you.
The shot's good from Westbrook.
Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. I mean, but a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
Rejected by Roberson. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Time called here, and the Thunder decide to talk it over. They trail by 7. 3 seconds left in the game. What do you think, guys?
Well, this one's in the bag. I mean, I commend them for really putting forth the effort until the very end. But this thing's over.
You know, sometimes you just have to throw up the white towel and let fate run its course and get on to the next game.
So we see the Mavericks get the win here. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Dirk Nowitzki.
The Dallas Mavericks are still on a roll. They're now 13-game winning streak, led by Dirk Nowitzki, getting dominated everything. Last time the Dallas Mavericks, who lost the last time, it was they lose to the Indiana Pacers, including back-to-back lose with Bobcats and the Pacers, and then starting a winning streak on a roll. So let us simulate truth day for now. Let's check out some view box scores. Miami Heat will finish the season with the best division record. Will in the home court. So check out some view box score. Russell Westbrook got 27-13. Dirk Nowitzki got 26. Moving on to other games, what's going on? And for some reason, the Utah Jazz stunning the San Antonio Spurs. 20 points for Manu Ginobili, 27 and 9 for Richard Jefferson, 26 points for Alec Burks. How did it upset? Trey Burke got 16 and 9. Oh, that was painful. Warriors and the Blazers. Warriors won. Triple-double despite by Damian Lillard. Double-double, it was LaMarcus Aldridge. Stephen Curry got 24. Both Bogut and Thompson and Lee got 20. And Clippers defeat the Cavs. Griffin and Paul got 28, but 9 assists for CP3. Jamal Crawford got 27. And Alonzo G got 19. Andrew Bynum got 18. Kyrie Irving got 16. Now move on to the next game on St. Patrick's Day. We got the Hawks, Bobcats, Sixers, Pacers, Thunder Bulls, Jazz Rockets, Suns Nets, Celtics Mavericks. In our second game will be the St. Patrick's Day, Clippers and the Nuggets. Our first game of the night, that will be a good one in the interconference. This should be interesting on the St. Patrick's Day. Now we're gonna check the standings right here. We got the Hawks and the Bobcats, and the Hawks win. 23 points for Ben Gordon, 32 and 9 for Lou Williams. Paul Millsap got triple-double. Alford and Jeff Teague are both failed to double-double. And now we're on the second game. We got the Sixers and the Pacers, and the Sixers. No. Naturally, they did not count it. So Sixers and the Pacers, and the Pacers win. Danny Granger got 35, 25 for Paul George. David West got 22. George Hill got 17 and 12. Roy Herbert got 16. Daniel Young got 31. Jason Richardson got 27. Evan Turner got 22 and 9. And now we got a most interesting matchup. So Miami Heat secure the best team in the conference. But to finally secure the number 1 seed in the Western Conference, and that will be a good one here. The Dallas Mavericks still have the shot for either number 7 or either number 5 seed off the top over the Lakers. That will be a get in and break through to the playoffs. So we're gonna get ready for the playoff begins here. The Jazz after the moment snap. That will be a good game. So we wrap up. So the next game, we're off the United Center in Chicago. Might be no doubleheader tomorrow, so there would be a first game. Monday, we're off the United Center in Chicago. We got Kevin Durant of the Oklahoma City Thunder take on Derrick Rose of the Chicago Bulls, and then more importantly, the Chicago Bulls gonna use St. Patrick green jersey. That will be a good one for St. Patrick's Day. That will be a green jersey for the Nuggets, for the Bulls. In our second game of the night, we're up to Pepsi Center in Denver on Tuesday night. We got, might be a chicken and the Nuggets, but there's the green. There's another green here. There is the green right here for the Nuggets that we're not going to use the green jersey that we're not use. So we got Chris Paul and Blake Griffin of the Los Angeles Clippers take on JaVale McGee and Ty Lawson of the Denver Nuggets. That'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin, and tomorrow, the final NBA season for 2025, it's winner take all game. Game 7. The Tyrese Haliburton of the Indiana Pacers take on SGA of the Oklahoma City Thunder. That will be our most crown ever. It's gonna be the best match ever. That'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin as the Dallas Mavericks stun the Oklahoma City Thunder 113 to 106. This is Andre Kenshin say song for Chesapeake Energy Arena in OKC. We'll see you tomorrow. On Monday, we're off the Chicago for the Oklahoma City Thunder take on the Chicago Bulls, followed by Tuesday here in Pepsi Center, where the Los Angeles Clippers take on the Denver Nuggets. Sign up and peace out. Good night, and reminder, we'll see you tomorrow on Monday. We're off the United Center for the Oklahoma City Thunder take on the Chicago Bulls, and followed by Tuesday here in Pepsi Center in Denver for the Los Angeles Clippers taking on the Denver Nuggets. Sign up and peace out. Good night, and we'll see you tomorrow once again.